Yeah, I'll get back to you. Yeah, I just calling to see what you wanted. Yeah. Oh. Let's shut that off. Let her know. I don't want people listening to conversations. Oh. Yes, okay. Who was here? Sheila was here. I need the fork dusting. Yeah. So we're gonna, of course, Sue's staying up there with Ma, but Sheila's gonna spend the night if Sue doesn't.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just hasn't hit me yet, I guess.
No, how's your mom doing?
Well, David was down with Pastor Tom, and Colby ended up going home. So he gave up on her and decided to go home.
Yeah.
And then I told Ma that,
Honey.
you know, of course you're gonna have to get paperwork, but the kids all want. Well, it started out
Did
that
you join my
Sam
live
wanted
stream?
a trinket to put Dad's ashes in.
Whoa.
Ask the other kids, you know, see
Alright.
if the other kids want any. So if they buy him offline, then we have to put his ashes into them ourselves.
Right.
But if we do,
Much cheaper.
yeah, and if we get him at Maze, then you're gonna have to, they'll do it.
Yeah, is that where he's at, Maze?
Yes, he's being cremated, so he's not going to walk, but he wants to have his ashes, some of them were sprinkled down to Bailey's where he grew up to.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yep, so, and Van, he's not doing very good, you know. Van Dumbo?
No.
No.
I know he wasn't.
No, he finished his last treatment today.
Did he?
Yep, because I called Jody and told her about Dad. And, then, yeah, we're gathering at her place, and that's it, you know. And, of course, I said, well, don't forget, you know, we have to do his finances, too, and start calling and canceling things, you know. And everything, so, but yeah, I asked him all that, but no. I don't know, because when we started CPR onto him, and of course, I could see his tongue moved, and he started getting color into him, and then all of a sudden there was nothing.
Yeah.
Colby swears that he had died in the chair, but I don't think he did, because when we got him on the floor, there was movement, and when they hooked their AED up to him, they couldn't shock him or give him any epi, because he still had muscle movement. Can I call you right back?
Yeah.
Alright, bye. Bye. Hello? Hello? Hi.
I know, I didn't want to. I was calling to check on you, but you wasn't home.
No, I wasn't. I had to go get air in my tires, and the more air I tried putting in it, it started out from 26 down to 20.
Hey, honey, you watching?
When I went to get air up to Slayton. Couldn't get air in
Alright.
the entire. I kept losing air. And field glider, everything. Well, you know what? It still didn't work. And then, went down to McFadden's, and I had to get Mike to come up and try to get air in it. Yep, and he finally got air into it. And that was it. I said, I'm not going with the other two until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep, so Colby decided to go home then, huh?
What's that?
Colby decided to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you went and picked up Gage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, did you have... What about Gage? Did you mention anything? Oh, okay, you did. How'd that go? No, they never do at that age. Well, I think it played out all right. Except for Colby, he was the one that was kind of wound up, don't you think? Colby.
No, I didn't think he would.
Well, that was before you come in, though. It was. But anyway, I told him, I said, well, he was trying to push it on Dad's heart while he's sitting in the wheelchair. And I said, no, we gotta get him on the floor. Then he said, well, keep the oxygen in his nose. I said, well, I can't because it's pulling onto him, so the oxygen's gonna have to come off because we're gonna be doing CPR. And I only done so much of it that I could, and then when you got there, I had to ask you to do it because I just couldn't breathe no more.
I just didn't know it was that bad when I first got over there. I thought it was like the last weekend he was still conscious. I didn't realize that he was conscious when you called or anybody called or nothing.
Yeah. And like I was telling Jake earlier, is that they didn't shock him. You know why they didn't shock him to give him any epi? That's right. Yep, and I really thought he was going to snap out.
Hello?
But I think
Hello?
that
Where
if
are
he
you?
would have, you know,
I'm right here in this car, friendly or foe.
give some rest, you know. And maybe I just didn't have enough breath to give him.
He was dead when we got there.
Yeah.
If he would have made it, Mom, he was already without oxygen for too long.
I know.
Who's here?
He only had 5 or 6.
Not me.
I know.
I mean,
Oh, okay, just
it
wondering.
wouldn't matter.
I know. I
Dude,
know.
you're funny.
I know. Yeah.
Not.
So,
I'm not gonna kill you.
and then, Mom knew that Sheila was going to spend the night, so I don't know why Sue's over there.
Oh, she'll stay tonight.
Well, yeah, 'cause
What are you doing inside this big, tall building?
Well, I was getting shot at in the vehicle, so I had to take shelter. Don't worry, I won't be here long. I just need to get money.
Alright.
Oh, I will. But then when I called over there, Sue's over there. And
Is this you over here by the office?
Hey,
Is that
hey,
you?
I'm also live streaming.
right, and she says, well,
Is that you by the office?
I'm live streaming, so you can look at that.
right.
Alright, what do you want, TikTok?
Come on.
Here, Adeline. I think the girl really knew.
Oh yeah, they can always tell. So, yeah.
Wherever that was, I let them be. Oh, no, now I'm getting shot at.
If they did want
Come get me.
keepsakes,
Come
right?
get me.
I says, you know, yeah, if you load it offline, you can just put them in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they gotta let me know.
Yeah, and when they
Yeah, well, they said they'd call and let us know.
Hello?
And,
Hello?
Oh, it's coming for
Yo,
me.
if you see me, I'm kind of new, so you should go out easy on me.
Nah, those are the perfect people to kill.
that was, you know, yesterday, that's what he said he wanted.
So, where are you guys?
I'm in the big building inside like the office.
Bring it over and still make it.
Fucker.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I tried to do the best I could with my hand and my hip and my breathing.
This is the Gulag.
Well,
Here,
that's what I
you fight
thought.
to
And I thought it
impact your
was funny.
life. Kids!
What do you mean? What do you mean? That what? Say that again?
Soldiers, you failed in life, but I offer you redemption in death. Kill for me here, and I will
No,
Fail.
oh, who's everybody? Well, I know because everybody just wants to know how that happened. Now, I went down to eat.
Oh, I know, but like, oh, would you keep doing it? And she was like,
Well, no, obviously we were all working on him together. I mean, Dustin went over and put oxygen onto him because that's what Mark told him to do. He went over and did that. You know, Colby, me, and you. And then I gathered up the medicine and we made phone calls.
Holy shit.
I feel pretty good that way together. Don't you? We all worked together as a family. We all knew what we had to do. And do you think that Sue's kids or Sheila's kids would have done all that right in the moment?
No.
Nope. So I think we all done pretty darn well. Yep. And the thing is that, you know, you can't get all upset when you're you know, at that moment, because you know you got to keep it together to keep everybody else together.
Well, no, I know you can't.
And that's why I told Matt, Sheila and Sue's the ones at work. Whenever you feel like doing up the obituary, let me know. And I said, and don't forget, Mark. I said, his bills, his information's gonna have to be canceled. And so we'll have to do that today.
What's that? What will?
Like his bank account, his.
Oh, yeah, I know. Mother already asked. She said a bunch of paperwork to do or something on Monday.
Now, I told her, and she's, well, I'm not going to think about it now. I said, I'm not telling you to think about it now, but it's going to have to be done.
No, well, she wasn't even the one that mentioned it. It was you, I think, that mentioned it.
Yeah, I mentioned it.
Oh, good. Sheila and Sue's over here. Alright, good.
Yeah, they both are.
Yeah, good.
Uh-huh. So,
I'll talk to you after I get the girls in bed.
what?
I'll talk to you after I get the girls in bed.
Alright. Like, but. I'm not going to call football back. Jesus Christ. Yep, you're welcome, Dustin.
I did already said thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, finally hit the fence, now she's crying.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it does take a while for it to sometimes sink in.
Well, you got all that adrenaline going on, but like I told her, she's, well, everybody's asking, you know, how come you guys didn't keep doing this and that? And I was, well, Sam, I think we all work pretty good together. Mark called, Dustin went over there, took my car, left me behind because he said he was going to drive me over, but he took off. Thank God I had another car. I hurry up and called Sheila, Sam and Colby to meet me over there. And then Colby was trying to push onto his chest while he was sitting in the chair, and I said, no, we got to lay him down on the floor. So Colby was doing the compressions, I was giving him the breaths. And then when Sam come in, I got her to continue on with the breaths because I just couldn't do no more. And so the cops needed his medicines. Nobody knew where they were, but I did. So I went gathered them all up for disposal.
Oi! Stop shooting at me.
Being cremated. And I says, now, are you having funeral services? Oh my God, or not? And she says, no. We're going to have a gathering at the home. So I said, okay, we'll let everybody know. And Sam, she called everybody to let people know.
Yeah.
So that's what she was doing while I was doing other things, and Colby was trying to
Where are
get his stuff
you?
cleaned out of his pockets and whatever else. And then I helped Colby turn him over a little bit so he could get his wallet out of his pocket.
I got a war crime stick.
So, and then when Colby come over, he said, well, someone's going to have to go stay with Nanny. And I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. Why don't you go stay with her? Well, no, I got to go home. Because I was supposed to have Caden, and I'm not even going to bother trying to go hunting tomorrow. So, okay, then. And Sheila says, well, I'll stay over with her. So Sheila called. And I said, well, Sheila's coming over to spend the night because Uncle David...
Where are you?
Well, some odd reason Sue's there. Because she says, well, yeah, I'm going to spend the night. So Sheila...
I'm looking for you.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. And I
Give me a chance, give me a chance.
that don't forget, things are going to be canceled.
Yeah.
And when they first showed up or whatever, I gave him the medication list.
Get shit on.
He had, oh my God, a DNI. And I said, no. And Colby says, well, I don't care if you did or not. We're going to try saving them anyways. I said, well, you can't really do that. They can't do that. Right? Because it's against the law. You know, you can't do that, Colby. So anyways, and I said, no, he doesn't, you know, no. He doesn't have a do not resuscitate, and he doesn't have an advance directive. And I said, he was already at the doctor's this morning, and he was fine, because I talked to him before it all happened. Yep, to check on to him. So, everybody done what they could do.
That's right. I mean, nothing you could do to revive him, save him.
Nope, and then once Colby got his shirt all tucked back in and everything off, and we took that off, threw everything away, and after the cops got done taking pictures, and then the boys moved everything out of the way so they could get the structure in there. They just didn't want to hit his head, you know.
Right.
And everything, but come to find out, he was trying to lift on that electric chair.
Oh my God.
And I told him, well, I know Dustin got home, so why don't you get Dustin to come over and help you? And he's, no, it would be nothing. So why, for the name of God, that I need that electric chair brought up?
She didn't.
I mean, isn't that how that went, Dustin?
Yeah.
Dad brought the electric chair up from there.
Yep.
Yeah. And he was trying to lift it up over that, apparently that hump thing. And, but why would she have needed it?
She didn't.
I mean, is what I don't fucking get.
Why didn't she just wait that somebody could help? And she knew he wasn't in shape enough to help after what happened with the other last 2 days ago, a week ago.
Yep, I know. And then, on top of it, he was down to Dr. Abrams, and Dr. Abrams was shocked that he had died.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't he be shocked? It was explained what happened, so figure out why it happened. You know, then, okay, yeah, we know that he had a bad heart, he wasn't breathing well, but why did he keep passing out all this time?
Right.
Yeah, and, so that's what the doctor should have figured out.
Because the blood wasn't getting to his heart the way it should have in his brain, for some reason.
Well, his breathing, and I'll tell you what I think it was, is that he was on 2 different kinds of blood pressure medicine.
Where are
Every time Sam
you?
took his blood pressure was low.
They should have cut it back.
And they probably should have cut it back, but they didn't do anything.
Nope.
No, but that's like Aunt Maxine. She had Dr. Abrams. She kept complaining she couldn't breathe. And they kept giving her prednisone. He did, prescribing the prednisone. And, you know, and look about her leg. Her leg was screwed up for, what, most of the winter?
Yeah.
And instead of checking all the way up her whole leg, they only checked from the knee down. Now, why would you do that?
That's right.
They should have checked all the way up through.
He's not a good doctor. I don't like him.
And, so,
We should find if he has one.
well, and I'll tell you, now, Sherry had a history of it. She was down there because of her leg. So, why was he kept giving her prednisone when she couldn't breathe?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand that. I don't.
I see
And
you.
that's, I mean, Missy and Melanie, of course, you know, they ain't got the common sense, you know.
You're gonna die.
My sister did call me. Well, you know, the only one I'll call is you.
Who, me?
I'll call is you. You're just our baby. And
Bye.
I told her, but they're gonna be home tomorrow night. Yeah. Yeah. And just want to know, you know. And so, if she knew, why did she continue to push?
That's right.
So, I was gonna shut the garage doors. And, you know, but like Sheila said, I don't go breaking down because you gotta gather your thoughts and keep yourself together, you know?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, because it's the after effect, you know? But I thought everything worked fine. Colby was doing his thing with, you know, Dad. And I was doing my thing, and I was gathering up stuff, and Sam was calling people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was all thrown together that way, but none of us had it planned that way.
No.
No, we just automatically knew.
Yeah.
For some odd reason, you know. Kobe's never done CPR before.
And another thing is, you said you would make it wrong after that last spell.
No.
You
I,
knew it.
yeah.
He believed it, but you.
Uh-huh.
Danny said that she'll do the bad good she eat will last long.
Uh-huh.
Danny told her that after the last spell.
Well, that's right. And some odd reason, Dad decided that if they want to send him to Bangor, but he doesn't want to go to Boston, and because some odd reason, at the end of it, he wanted to live longer, see if they could do anything for him.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
What the fuck? Oh shit!
Yeah. And she says, well, wait until you get Dustin. Go get Dustin to help you. Well, why send him down after the goddamn thing is what I don't understand.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but Sam went to take something over that she just couldn't cook in time. They did say that, his heart was still pumping. That's why they couldn't shock him. And Kobe says, no, he was dead instantly in the chair. I said, no, he wasn't. Yeah, he was. You know, his eyes was open, but, you know, he wasn't breathing. I says, but his heart was still pumping.
He wasn't coherent.
Is what it was. He just was not coherent, but he wasn't dead in the chair. He wasn't. And I know when we were doing CPR and I gave him a breath, I heard a gasp for air, and I see his tongue move.
I did see that.
And it was, and it was a faint pulse. I said, come on, Cody, stop pumping again, and I'll do a couple more breaths and stuff. Cody's, oh my God, well, make sure. I says, his head's gonna be all right. I gotta tilt it back until I'm done.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course we put it back up the other way, and I just kept my hand underneath his head because I didn't want it hitting off the concrete thing.
Right.
And everything. Well, by the time everything was done, like I said, we got everything all gathered up and into a baggie, and I don't even know who this is. I don't, but anyways, it only rang once, well, twice. I don't know who it is, but anyways, so anyways, oh, maybe I better get this.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, bye. Hello?
Hi, honey.
Hi.
How are you?
Not too bad.
You sure?
Yeah?
Alright.
Yeah, why, who's this?
I'm not gonna go there with you. Who's this?
It's Loretta.
No, who's this?
I don't know.
Danny.
Oh my God, that didn't sound like you.
Oh, is that even getting older?
No, I'll tell you, my mind with names and just people sounding just don't sound like them anymore. Yeah, your mother called and stuff, but yeah, it was, we knew it, you know.
It sucks, Greta.
Yeah, it does.
And then talking to your mom too. I've lost it.
I know, it does. But I called up screeching, and I went over. Dustin says, I'll take your over. Well, he took off without me. Thank God I had another car to take.
What idiot.
I know. And then, so he got over there and put the oxygen onto him because that's what Ma wanted.
Yeah.
And then Colby and I and Sam got over there. So I said, Colby, we got to get him out of the wheelchair, get him laid on the floor and start CPR onto him.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that Colby swore down that he had died in the chair. I said, no, because when their ambulance showed up and they hooked him up on the AED, they couldn't shock him or give him epi because his heart was still, he had a faint pulse.
He did?
Yes, he did. He had a faint, because when I was doing it, I said, well, wait a minute, Colby. I said, let me check his pulse because his tongue was moving and I heard a gasp for air.
Yeah.
And he had color. And then we continued doing CPR because Colby and them's never done CPR.
Yeah.
And then when the ambulance got there and they hooked him up, they couldn't shock him, and it says no shock at this time because he still had reflexes going on. His heart was still pumping. And I think it was his breathing. I think his blood pressure went down. He went in shock.
You don't think it was a heart? Your mom thinks it was a heart attack.
No, Ma almost killed him last week. So, and
Yeah, I heard about that, and I never did call him, and gosh, I gotta live with that now.
well, because Ma gave him a nitro
Oh, shit.
and his blood pressure dropped, his bottomed right out. And he was at Dr. Abrams this morning. Dr. Abrams called, said he was shocked. He looked fine. But I'll tell you what I think personally myself, that he's been having these spells where he's been just passing out. Because back about, I don't know, a few weeks earlier, Ma called Sam because Ma found him laying out on that grate out in front of the door. And she don't know how long he'd been there. Well, apparently he come off the ladder and he was trying to get in because he couldn't breathe. Well, when Sam, she said, Ma, you're going to have to come over because he's got blood. And she said, I don't know if it's, what's happened. So he was coherent then. And I went over and cleaned it up, and he laid there so long that it left there, it got tear open on that grate and part of his head open. And I said, well, Ma, I mean, there's a reason why he keeps passing out like this and feels like headed. And can't breathe, and his blood pressure is too low. So when she gave him the nitro there last Saturday, the doctor said that just about killed him because that dropped his blood pressure even more. Yeah. And then what she done, when she had Dustin over there today, put the oxygen on, she had it right wide open. Yeah, and you cannot do that. You're going to blow his heart right out of place. So anyways, but I didn't go to the hospital that day because I know how much that would have been. And so I knew he'd be back, and I said if his blood pressure is running that low and he keeps passing out, then they need to turn around and cut his blood pressure medicine back. And I think that's what was happening to him. Because Sam said his blood pressure's all been running like 90 over, 60 or so.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, it's been really low. And you'll find that he could not breathe. So he sat down in that chair, and that's why that they didn't have to shock him because his heart was still pumping and he still had a faint pulse. Is because I don't think it was his heart. I think his blood pressure had bottomed out. And I think really that's what happened to him. Yep. And